watching the Florida Sports Programming Network.
Welcome, high school baseball fans, to FSPN's coverage of South Florida high school baseball. And we have a good one for you today. The visiting team is the Materacademy Lions, and they're led by their head coach, Humberto Bencomo. And we're at the Meadows School today to face the Mustangs. And the Mustangs are led by their head coach, Andy Concepcion. We should have a good one for you today. The Mustangs are sending to the mound the right-handed pitcher, Carson Renetti. And the visiting team, the Lions, are sending their right-handed pitcher, Heldy La Rosa. So we should have a good one here from Las Vegas. Stick with us. We'll have the starting lineups and the defense coming up right after this. Welcome back, high school baseball fans, to Las Vegas, Nevada, where the visiting team is the Materacademy Lions, and they're facing the home team, the Meadows School Mustangs, that are led by their head coach, a really cool guy, Andy Concepcion. The Lions, of course, are led by their head coach, Humberto Bencomo, and we'll go over the starting lineup here in a second for the visiting Lions. Iker Noguera, the senior, will be starting at second base. He'll be followed by Jonathan Espanda, and he's in left field today. The third baseman is the third batter, Yodelkis Quevedo, and he'll be followed by Brian Arieta, the first baseman, the senior. After him, it's Alvin Rosario, the center fielder. Heldy La Rosa, the pitcher in DH, will be batting sixth. He'll be followed by Brian Fernandez, who's in right field today. He'll be batting seventh. The eighth batter is Jacob Amador. Good to see Jacob behind the plate. It's been a couple games since we've seen him there. And rounding out the lineup, batting ninth, is the shortstop, Brandon Lorenzo. And we'll go over the Mustang defense in just a second. Let's go over the defense real quick for the Mustangs. On the mound, it's Carson Renetti. Behind the plate, it's Connor McGill. The first baseman is Killian Sipe. The second baseman is Keegan Sabelko. The shortstop is Ethan Schneiderman. Aiden Brown is at third base, and your outfield is Uzo Enwapa, Hudson Falb in center field, and Parker Semenza. And we're about to get underway here in beautiful Las Vegas. Let's bring up the scoreboard. And the first pitch is a ball to the leadoff batter for the Lions, Iker Noguera. That evens the count at 1-1. The home team are wearing their cream whites. They got the high socks on, a nice classic baseball look. And the visiting Lions are wearing the all black with the white accents. Kind of looks like a tuxedo. Looks like they're wearing some formal wear. Both teams looking good. Beautiful afternoon. Pull up a chair. Hang out with us for a couple hours. We should have a good one here. The count goes 3-1 to Iker Noguera. The wind's blowing out straight out to center field. And if you're a golfer, it's about a club and a half win. There's a swing and a ground ball to the right side, and that one gets through Sipe. It's going to go into right field, and a leadoff base hit for the senior second baseman, Iker Noguera, and he's been very consistent for the Lions all year long. Here's a good look at Iker on first base, and Killian Sipe right next to him. And it's going to bring up the red-hot, and I mean red-hot, Jonathan Espanda from the right side, the Miami-Dade commit, and he'll face the right-handed Carson Renetti. Scoreless game, top of the first inning. The Lions have the leadoff runner on first base. And Espanda squares to bunt, but takes it back, and he took a strike. The field looks spectacular, well manicured, and it's gorgeous. Nice ballpark, 330 down the lines, 400 straightaway center, and it's going to take a poke to get it out of here today. Esponda had a multiple hit game yesterday against Basic Academy, and it seems like he's been like that the last 8 or 9 games. There goes Noguera on off-speed pitch and no throw from the catcher, and he'll walk into second base. The pitch was a ball, by the way. Bringing you some high-quality high school baseball. And there's one and swung on, and a big chopper over to Schneiderman, who picks it up and fires over to Sipe for the first out. And the runner will advance to third base. He's done everything Coach Bencomo has asked him to do at the plate. And yesterday, I think he had his best fielding day, turning in some spectacular plays at third base. Here he is facing Renetti. And there's a curveball, and that one's hit in the hole, and another RBI, and Mr. Consistent does it again. The Lions get off to a quick lead here against the Mustangs. A 1-0 game, and that's going to bring up the fourth batter, the Iowa Southwest commit, Brian Arrieta. Renetti comes set and throws one a little low to Arrieta for ball 1. There goes Esponda. McGill's throws a little short, and Esponda's going to get in there. Now he's going to go to third base. Foul picks it up. Esponda gets himself in scoring position right away, so the Lions aren't done yet. They picked up 1 here in the top of the first, and they're looking for more. And that one gets away from McGill, but it comes back. Boy, he got a little lucky there, and he's going to get Quevedo at home. But boy, that ball spun like a top. McGill got enough of it to keep it close to the plate, and the English on that ball just made it carry him over to home plate, where he picked it up and tagged Quevedo coming home very easily. So 2 outs now for the Mustangs in the top of the first. And that's ball 4 to Arrieta, who'll walk down to first base. Yesterday we had a few of the cameras just sizzle out. They couldn't handle the heat. There's a good look at Rosario. That ball's hit high to the right side. It's going to be an easy play for Parker Semenza. And that one got away from him. Runners are going to advance. Arrieta's going to get held up at third base. Now he's going to make his way home. No, he goes back. And he faked everybody out. Good decision, though. The Lions are going to have runners on second and third base with 2 outs for the pitcher and the DH today, Hildy La Rosa. So with Arrieta on on third base, Rosario on second base, the batter's La Rosa. He swings at the first pitch, slaps it foul. It's in the top of the first. And there's a shot hit right at the shortstop. A nice play by Schneiderman. The Lions are going to leave 2. They're going to get 1. We're going to head to the bottom half of the first inning with your score 1-0. You're watching FSPN. Don't change that channel. I have a feeling this is going to be a good one. Welcome back, high school baseball fans, to Las Vegas, Nevada, where the Materacademy Lions are taking on the home team, the Meadows School Mustangs. And they're led by a really cool head coach who met him before the game, Andy Concepcion. The lead man for the Lions is Humberto Bencomo. We have a 1-0 game. We're heading to the top of the second inning. And due up for the Lions is the 7th, 8th, and 9th batter, Brian Fernandez, Jacob Amador, and Brandon Lorenzo. The Mustangs sent up 4 batters in their bottom half of the first. Renetti led off with a base hit, followed by a line drive by McGill, a ground ball by Falb, and then a strikeout by Aiden Brown. And that's where we are right now, 1-0 in the top of the second inning. The pitcher is Carson Renetti, the junior right-hander, and he starts Fernandez off with the ball outside. Fernandez, who hit one high and deep yesterday into right center field against the Basic Wolves. And he's going to get a free pass here today. Leadoff batter gets on for the Lions. Nobody out, top of the second. There he is, Carson Renetti, Connor McGill, the seniors behind the plate. Killian Sipe is at first base. Keegan Sabelko is on second base, and happy birthday to Keegan. Ethan Schneiderman's playing shortstop, and Aiden Brown is the third baseman. First pitch over for a strike. Uzo Inuapa is the sophomore in left field for the Mustangs. Hudson Falb is in center field, and Parker Semanza rounds out the defense. And the sun is setting right behind home plate. And there's a ground ball, and it's hit to the left side. It's picked up there by Schneiderman. He goes to second base, and he not in time. And a runner on first base, the shortstop Brandon Lorenzo steps into the plate to face Renetti. Lorenzo had a nice hit yesterday, played some solid defense, especially towards the end of the game when we needed him. Renetti steps off but doesn't throw to first. Govine gets back in plenty of time. Leadoff batter Iker Nogueira's on deck, and he had a hit and scored a run in this game already. And there goes Govine. There's the throw from McGill. It's short. Govine head first is going to be safe. And the Lions are threatening again here in the top of the second inning. From the stretch, kicks and deals, and that off-speed pitch is taken for strike 3. So a big strikeout there for Renetti. Caught him looking today because of the right-handed pitcher. Nogueira, a switch hitter. Tons of speed. The Mustangs are playing him to pull. Schneiderman's right behind the runner at shortstop. First pitch is taken over. It looks like Renetti's settled in here a little bit. Good bunter. Hits the ball all over the place. And there's one hit to the third base, and in comes Brown. He picks it up on 3 hops, fires over, and he got him. So the Lions are going to leave one. We get none. We're going to head to the bottom of the second inning in a 1-0 game from Las Vegas, Nevada. And you're watching FSPN. Welcome back to FSPN's coverage of high school baseball. We have a good one between the home team, the Meadows School Mustangs, and the visiting team, the Materacademy Lions. And the Mustangs are going to send up 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the likes of Uzo and Wapa, Killian Sipe, and it's Parker Samanza. And if anybody gets on base, it's the birthday boy, Keegan Sabelko, in a 1-0 game, top of the second. And everybody's going to face the right-handed senior, Hildy La Rosa, who's shading his eyes. In about 5 minutes, most of the field will be consumed in shadows. Right now, it's a 50-50 mix. The shadows are all up alongside the third base line and a little bit in left field. To the left fielder. Nobody out. Bottom of the second. And there's a strikeout number 2 for La Rosa. Second inning, the home team, the Mustangs of Meadows School, are going to send up the left-handed hitting first baseman Killian Sipe down for the Lions, and he has back-to-back strikeouts. And he's retired the last 4 Mustangs that have come up to the plate. And there's a bunt down third base line, and a beautiful one at that. Yodelkis tries to barehand it, and he's not going to get in time. The Mustangs are going to have a runner on first base here with 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. By the left-handed first baseman, the birthday boy Killian Sipe. I mean, that was picture perfect. Quevedo tried to barehand it, but he wasn't there in time and couldn't pick it up cleanly. So the right-handed hitter Samanza steps in. And boy, the sun is in the player's eyes, and that one swung on and just fouled out. See if he puts anything on. The runners stay. The pitch is that's a strike. And I'll tell you, the umpire's been pretty consistent with that high fastball. He's called them for both teams. 0-2 the count now to the 7th batter. Keegan Sabelko's on deck against the Mustangs. There's a pitch strike, and it's called for strike 3. So 3 strikeouts for La Rosa, and it's going to bring up Sabelko. 2 outs and a runner on first base in the bottom of the second inning in a 1-0 game in favor of the visiting Lions. The Mustangs are going to send up Keegan Sabelko, the freshman, making a start at second base, and he aggressively swings at that one. Game yesterday against the Wolves of Basic Academy, a 9-8 game, had us on the edge of our seats the whole night, the whole afternoon. Here's the 1-2, and it's taken for a strike. That's the 4th strikeout for La Rosa. We're going to head to the top of the third inning with your score 1-0 in favor of the Lions, and you're watching FSPN from Las Vegas. Welcome back, high school baseball fans, to your favorite channel for high school baseball, FSPN. And we're coming to you from Las Vegas, Nevada. The visiting team, the Materacademy Lions, are taking on the home team, the Mustangs of the Meadows School. 1-0 ball game, top of the third inning, and Jonathan Esponda steps up to the plate, and he takes the first pitch for a strike from the junior right-hander for the Mustangs, Carson Renetti. Connor McGill's behind the plate. We've got a good one here. And one of the most gorgeous backdrops I've seen at a baseball park. And Esponda stays hot. He hits one in the gap. Falb is going to cut it off. It's going to get to the wall. Esponda is going to cruise into second base, standing up for a leadoff double for your Materacademy Lions. Folks, Esponda's red hot, and if there's anything hotter than red hot, maybe white hot. I'm going to start calling him white hot. He's been on the tear the last 10 games. And another one that's been really consistent is up to bat now, Yodelkis Quevedo. He's done everything that head coach Humberto Bencomo has asked him to do at the plate. Super consistent, among the league leaders in RBIs. McGill with another excellent block. There's an off-speed pitch. Boy, Quevedo almost swung out of his shoes on that one. My back hurt when he did that. And we're going to take a quick break and remind everybody to get your tentless termite treatment done by Florida State Tentless Termite Treatments. Mention this ad and get 10% off. Call our friends at 305-669-9292 or visit their website, www.woodtermite.com. You're watching FSPN from Las Vegas, and it drops at the very end. So it looks like a fastball for a long time, and then, whoops, it disappears. And that one's hit high and deep in the left center field. And you can finally say it, Sácamela, Yodelkis, pero sácamela! A two-run home run by Yodelkis Quevedo, and it gives the Materacademy Lions a 3-0 lead here in Las Vegas. And finally, the big dog gets one up in the air, and let's give it up for Yodelkis Quevedo. Boom! 3-0 ball game. About his consistency, but we were waiting for that power surge, and we finally saw it here in Las Vegas off the bat of Yodelkis Quevedo. And boy, I hope that opens up the floodgates for that young man because he deserves it. Nobody works harder, nobody trains harder on this team than Yodelkis Quevedo. Nobody out, 3-0 ball game. And that one's hit high and deep down the line, the right field. And that one's going to bounce off the fence. Arrieta's going to cruise into second base. And back-to-back extra bases for the visiting Lions in a 3-0 ball game, and he throws that grenade over for a double. All right, the bats have come alive here in Nevada. Alfred Rosario's the batter. Arrieta hit another double. He's on second base. And that one goes off McGill, goes off the umpire, and Arrieta's going to cruise into third base. Look at that beautiful backdrop, folks. Look at the mountains back there. There's a look at Arrieta. Head coach Bencomo. Alfred Rosario steps into the picture in a picturesque postcard-type backdrop here in Las Vegas. McGill's pitch is up high. Renetti's pitch is up high to McGill. That one swung on and fouled back. Here's the 2-2. The Mustangs could use a strikeout here. And that one's lifted to the right side. And here comes Semenza. If he's got room, he'll make the play. A nice grind by Semenza. Here comes Arrieta. Strong throw to the plate. It's not in time. The Lions are going to score their fourth run of the game. Top of the third inning. 4-0 ball game. Leadoff double by Arrieta. Cashes in by Alfred Rosario's sacrifice fly. The Lions have put up 3 runs here in the third. And the pitcher, Howdy La Rosa, steps in, and he's trying to help his own cause. There's one low and away, an easy take, and I was behind a ball, so that's ball 4 to La Rosa, and he'll probably get a courtesy runner back. 1 out, a runner on first base. Take a look at the runner there. First pitch taken for a strike by Fernandez. Holding on La Rosa. And there he goes, and that one gets by McGill. La Rosa's going to cruise into second and think about third. He slams on the brakes, and he stays in second base. Renetti takes a peek at La Rosa, and that curveball gets away from McGill. And La Rosa's going to walk into third base. That's an easy take. Fernandez gets his second walk, and it'll bring up Jacob Amador, the catcher. Amador got on by a fielder's choice, and there goes Fernandez. The throw goes through, but it's cut off by Schneiderman. And La Rosa stays on third base, so the Lions will have runners on second and third with one out, top of the third, for the catcher Amador. Renetti's pitch is another curveball swung on and missed. McGill tags him out for the first out of the inning. That's an easy take. The ball was a foot behind him. La Rosa's going to waltz in from third base and make the game 4-0. To bat at anything close, 3-2. Here's the pitch from Renetti, and that's an easy take. If Bencomo will send him here, and he stays put, Noguera takes a pitch inside from Renetti for ball one. That ball's hit to the shortstop, who picks it up, bobbles it, and now he's got to eat it. Runners on first and second. Comes up to the plate for the Lions. It's 4-0, 5-0. 4 runs scored this inning. Renetti's pitch, and that one slapped into center field. It's going to fall in front of Falb. And here comes Lorenzo. He's going to score. That ball gets away from the shortstop, and Esponda's going to make it into second base. He's going to have a base hit and a double today, and another multiple hit game for the red-hot Jonathan Esponda. Yodelkis Quevedo steps up with 2 men on and 1 out. He already has a home run this game, and he takes that one high and inside. The 10th batter coming up to the plate, and that one gets away from McGill. And here comes run number 6. Make that number 7. Renetti now from the full windup, boy, and he took that one on the back. Boy, that wasn't nice. He's going to walk down to first. Florida State Tentless Termite Treatments. Mention that you heard this ad here on FSPN and receive 10% off. Call our friends at 305-669-9292. Uncle Muggs from Nevada. We'll be right back right after this. Welcome back, high school baseball fans, to your favorite channel for high school baseball coverage, FSPN. And we have a good one between the Materacademy Lions and the home team, the Mustangs of the Meadows School. And we're in Las Vegas. New pitcher on the mound is the third baseman, Aiden Brown, comes in to pitch. Ethan Schneiderman moves over to third base, and the pitcher, Carson Renetti, goes to shortstop. And they're going to face the left-handed hitting first baseman today, Brian Arrieta. Alvin Rosario's on deck. We witnessed the first home run off the bat of Yodelkis Quevedo earlier this inning. And this is the 11th batter that the Lions send up to the plate in the top of the third inning in an 8-0 ball game. Brown's pitch is taken for ball 4. The bases are going to be full of Lions, and the batter is going to be Alfred Rosario, yesterday's starting pitcher, and today's center fielder, showing you the versatility of this young man. He can also play infield, and he's probably one of the county's best pitchers, Alfred Rosario. Alfred Rosario with bases loaded in an 8-0 game. And that one's reached out, and it's going to fall in the gap. Falb and Semenza are going to converge on it. It's going to be Falb. 1 run is going to score. Here comes number 10. Yodelki scores, and the runners will be on first and third for the Materacademy Lions, and they're going to bring up the pitcher, Hildy La Rosa. And there's a ground ball over to Schneiderman, who's at third base now. And a good throw. Oh, that one got away from Sipe. Arrieta's going to score, number 11. Rosario's going to move to third base, and La Rosa's going to be on second base after the throw, and your score is 11-0. The pitch from Brown is high and away to the left-handed hitting Fernandez. It's turned out to be a spectacular evening here in Las Vegas. Boy, and that's a nice fastball from Brown. Down around the knees, that's a hard one to hit. Count goes even at 1-1 to Fernandez. And now he's throwing an off-speed pitch. Boy, that didn't miss by much. That off-speed pitch stays a little bit high, and it's going to walk Fernandez for the third time today. So 3 walks for Brian Fernandez. That's going to bring up Willie Meadows is stepping into the plate. Willie's batting for Jacob Amador, and you can find Willie behind the plate sometimes. He had to fill in left field for a few games. A couple injuries earlier in the year. Willie takes the first pitch from Brown for a strike. Fernandez on first base, he walked. La Rosa's on second base, he walked. Rosario has a base hit. That pitch from Brown is down low to even the count at 1-1 in Nevada, Las Vegas. There's a good fastball, and that one's hit right back to the mound. Brown picks it up, and that one Sipe hangs on to, and that's it looked like it hit him in the foot. And I was going to say it, but we're going to do that all over again. Brown looking for a strikeout here for the Mustangs, and that one's well hit in left center field. That ball's going deep, and wow, it goes over the head of Nawapa. 1 run's going to score to make it 12. Here comes 13 and 14, and the Materacademy Lions have 2 touchdowns on the Mustangs in the top of the 3rd inning. Meadows takes his lead off second. The batter is Lorenzo. Another nice stop behind the plate by McGill. But remember, Sunday morning at 6 a.m., we have Inside the Park, the weekly recap show for all of South Florida high school baseball, and we have a good one for you this Sunday you don't want to miss. We hope you caught the last one. That was very funny when we dressed up as doctor and patient, and before that we had the Leprechaun show, and we have a good one in store for you this Sunday. Willie Meadows hits a double, and that one's well hit over the head of the new shortstop, and here comes Meadows. He's going to get stopped at third base, and that is a nice gesture by Humberto Bencomo. He doesn't want to run up the score. It's already 14-0. Meadows could have very easily scored, but showing some nice sportsmanship there and holding it up. You don't want to rub it into a team you're beating 14-0. Robert Bencosme steps into the box. He's hitting for Iker Noguera. Good to see Robert in there. Takes the first pitch inside from Brown for a ball in a 14-0 game. This afternoon is now a gorgeous evening, and that's ball 4. Chris Alvarez, I think, making either his first at bat. Is this the first at bat for the season? I think, yeah. He's had several pinch hitting appearances, but this is, they call him Activao, Christopher Alvarez. And all those teammates are on the top step. They're cheering for him. This is his first at bat of the season. He takes the first pitch for a ball from Brown. Takes that one for a strike. And here's a chance for Chris to get on the scorebook. Chris Alvarez, number 7. That's a foul ball at the plate. He's batting for Esponda. To Christopher Activao Alvarez. The payoff pitch, swung on and missed. The Lions are going to leave 3, but they're going to get a bunch. The score is 14-0. We're heading to the bottom of the 3rd inning, and you're watching FSPN. Thanks for watching, everybody. Welcome back to Las Vegas, everyone, where the Materacademy Lions are taking on the home team, the Meadows School Mustangs, and it's a 14-0 game. In the previous inning, the Lions sent to the plate 20 batters. They scored 13 runs. Your pitcher's Jody La Rosa. The Mustangs are going to send up their 9-1-2 batters and the likes of Ethan Schneiderman. Then it's Carson Renetti and Connor McGill. And if anyone gets on, it's going to be Hudson Falb. And we may have a pinch hitter because head coach Andy Concepcion is having a word with the home plate umpire. And we have a couple of defensive changes. Quevedo and Lorenzo stay on the left side of the infield, and the first pitch swinging, and that one's hit to Bencosme. I'm sorry. And he lost it in the lights, and that one falls in for a base hit. Chris Alvarez is in left field, and Rafi Gobing is in center field. Brian Fernandez stays in right field for the Lions. Schneiderman on first base, and that ball 4 walk to Renetti will bring up Connor McGill. The catcher, who's turned in a tremendous defensive performance, steps into the box. The senior right-handed hitting catcher for the Meadows Mustangs, and he'll face Hildy La Rosa. And I think we have Andy Castillo behind the plate now. That ball's fouled back, and he needs one here. And there's one called. Strike 3 to McGill, and that's going to bring up Hudson Falb. One out, bottom of the third. 14-0 game. There's a hard hit ball, and that one gets by Lorenzo. Comes all the way to Alvarez, who brings it in quickly and holds the runners. And now the Mustangs are going to have the bases loaded for the fourth batter, Aiden Brown. And we'll be right back, everyone. Don't change that dial. Welcome back, high school baseball fans, to Las Vegas, Nevada, where we have a good game between the Materacademy Lions and the home team, the Meadows School Mustangs. Your score is 14-0, but the Mustangs have bases loaded for their fourth batter, Aiden Brown, and he's facing a new pitcher for the Lions. It's the big lefty, Anthony Rodriguez, and he's going to inherit bases loaded. The catcher's Jacob Amador. Alfred Rosario is gone to play his third position. He's over at first base. And there's a nice heater. His first pitch strike. Ben Cosme is in second base. He took over for... Hey, there's another one from Rodriguez. Boy, and he looks like the Rodriguez of old. 2 quick strikes. Uzo Nwapa is on deck. But Aiden is in the box right now. Aiden Brown, he struck out his last time up, and he's 0-2 here to the big lefty. Pumps another one in there, and he must have just missed by a centimeter. Swing and a miss, and a nice live fastball from Anthony Rodriguez. The Mustangs, I'm so used to having the Lions as a home team. Rodriguez on the mound, the lefty. Starts and Nwapa off with a swinging strike. Bases are full of Mustangs. And there's strike 3 called. The Stangs are going to leave 1. They're going to leave 3. They're going to get none. We're going to head to the top of the fourth inning with your score 14-0. And you're watching FSPN.
You're watching Miami-Dade and Broward County High School Baseball on the Florida Sports Programming Network. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram for a list of upcoming events. And every Sunday, it's Inside the Park, the weekly recap show with your hosts, Chappie Castillo and Uncle Muggs.
Welcome back to Las Vegas, Nevada, for FSPN's coverage of high school baseball. And we have a good one if you're a Materacademy Lion fan. It's 14-0 in favor of the visiting Lions, and they're facing the Meadows School Mustangs. And we got to witness the first home run of the season for Yodelkis Quevedo. And that broke open a third inning where the Lions sent up 20 batters. They scored 13 runs. And nice curveball there from the Mustangs pitcher, Aiden Brown. And there he throws a fastball low at the knees. A good eye by Quevedo. There's another one, and swung on and missed by Quevedo. Rafi Govin steps in, and he swings at the first pitch. Schneiderman picks it up. Here's the throw over to Sipe, and that's the second out of the inning. First pitch fastball low and away, taken by Rosario for ball 1. 2 outs, top of the fourth inning. 14-0 game. Uncle Muggs from Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. I promised I wasn't going to sing anymore, so I won't torture you guys, but we are in Las Vegas, Nevada. There's a good look at Rosario. Another nice block back there by McGill. There's one that's taken for a ball. So a 2-out walk to Rosario. And it's going to bring up the starting pitcher, Heldy La Rosa, with 1 on and 2 out in the top of the fourth inning. The Lions are going to leave one. They get none. We're going to head to the bottom of the fourth inning in a 14-0 game, and you're watching FSPN. Welcome back to Las Vegas, Nevada. We have a game between the Materacademy Lions and the home team, the Meadows School Mustangs. The new pitcher on the mound for the Lions is Gerald Barcelo. He's a junior right-hander, and he's going to be facing the birthday boy, Killian Sipe, for the Mustangs. And Sipe takes the first pitch for Barcelo for a strike, a fastball. Bottom of the fourth inning, Uncle Muggs bringing you the play-by-play, and it's been a pleasure. Barcelo comes in with back-to-back fastballs, boy, and he looks sharp tonight. Yo-2 swung on and missed, and that's not a nice birthday present. Semenza steps in to the box for the home team to face the hard-throwing right-hander, the junior Gerald Barcelo. First pitch is a ball. There's one out in the bottom of the fourth in a 14-0 game. There's a look at Barcelo and Semenza in the same frame. And that one's fouled back. There's ball four, so a one-out walk. And that's going to bring out Keegan Sabelko. Sabelko struck out his last time up. And he's going to face Gerald Barcelo, the hard-throwing right-hander. Now it's 3-2 to Keegan Sabelko. Semenza's on second base. Now the swing and a miss, and that's strike three. Nice block by Amador. Semenza's going to make his way to third base. Materacademy, because he's undefeated in Las Vegas, it looks like. Well, there's a ball, and that's going to bring up the leadoff batter, Renetti. Has a hit and a walk and a stolen base today's game, and he's facing Gerald Barcelo, who throws the first one over for a strike. And at Andy Concepcion, who's been very cordial with us, a really nice host, even gave me a Mustangs cap. There goes Schneiderman. He's not going to draw a throw, and he'll steal second base. Connor McGill's on deck. And there's one called, strike three. The Stangs are going to leave two. They get none. I think we're going to play one more. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Las Vegas, Nevada. High school baseball fans. The Materacademy Lions are taking on the Meadows School, the Mustangs. It's a 14-0 game, and Blaze Valelpina is up to bat now from the left side, and he's facing Aiden Brown, who came in relief of Carson Renetti. And Brown has shown he has a nice live fastball and a really good curveball, and that one's lifted super high into center field, and it's Hudson Falb, and he makes the play for the first out of the inning. Amador was on with a fielder's choice, and then he struck out, and with one out in the top of the fifth inning, he lines that one in the left center field. There goes Falb. He's got plenty of room, and back-to-back putouts by the center fielder, Hudson Falb. Florida State Tentless Termite Treatment. Get on their treatment service. Mention that you heard this ad here. Get 10% off and never have to put a carp on your house again, and get rid of those nasty termites. First pitch is a strike to the shortstop. Looks like Ben Cosme is on deck with two outs. Brown throws one inside to even the count at 1-1. That ball's poked to the right side. It's going to find it. Lorenzo's going to get a hit. It's going to fall into shallow right center field. Semenza brings it back in, and that's going to bring up Robert Ben Cosme. Here's Brown's pitch, and it's a fastball, and it's smoked down the left field line. It's going to roll all the way to the fence. Ben Cosme is going to cruise into second base. Lorenzo is going to jog into third, and that's a solid hit by Robert Ben Cosme. And that's going to bring up Chris Alvarez. Two outs, runners on second and third base. And your batter's Chris Alvarez. Chris making his second at-bat of the season. He struck out his last time up. And he's a crowd favorite. And he pokes out with the right field. There goes Semenza going back. He's got plenty of room. He makes the third out. The Lions are going to leave two. They get none. We're going to head to the bottom of the fifth inning, 14-0. And you're watching FSPN, everybody. Welcome back to the bottom of the fifth inning from Las Vegas, Nevada, where the Lions from Materacademy are taking on the Mustangs from the Meadows School. It's a 14-0 game. Andy Castillo is the new pitcher for the Mustangs. He came in for Barcelo, Anthony Rodriguez. There's been a lot of pitchers. They've all done a great job today. And Castillo's going to come in and get 3 outs, and he has to face the second, third, and fourth batters for the Mustangs, and Connor McGill, the senior catcher. Then it's Hudson Falb, the center fielder, who's had a couple defensive plays today, and Aiden Brown, the pitcher. If they get 3 outs, we're out of here with a win. And we play Faith Lutheran tomorrow. Boy, and Andy Castillo came in there throwing darts. Couple quick low fastball strikes to a good hitter, Connor McGill. And it's turned out to be a beautiful night. I have a thermometer, digital thermometer, and there's a ball inside that was disguised as a strike. It was a ball that looked like a strike, but they're going to call it a ball. The count's going to go 2-1. The temperature has dropped, I want to say, 18 degrees. It was about 88, 90 when we got here. It's 72 right now. That one short hops Amador. And this is something unique. One of the catchers for the Lions is throwing to the other catcher for the Lions. You don't see that every day. Hudson Falb is on deck, and he'll be followed by Aiden Brown. And we're in the bottom of the fifth inning in a 2-touchdown game. There's a big swing and a miss from McGill for out one. Hudson Falb steps in. He already has a hit today. He grounded to the third baseman, and he's here to face Andy Castillo, the hard-throwing right-handed pitcher for the Lions. You can usually find Andy behind the plate, but today Amador's behind the plate. Chris Alvarez, good to see him out there in left field. And now we have some pitch comm issues. And here comes the electrical technician, George Diaz, the IT manager for the Lions. And he, being a good Hialeah mechanic that he is, he fixes it right away. Castillo gets his sign from Amador. First pitch is swung on and missed by Hudson Falb. One out in the bottom of the fifth. Let's give you, I like this view here. We'll watch this view for a little while. This different camera angle we have. That one's called a strike on the inside corner to Falb, who's down 0-2 to Castillo, who's come in and just thrown darts. One out, 0-2 to the center fielder. Aiden Brown's on deck. That one's low and away. Count goes to 2 strikes and 1 ball. Head coach Andy Concepcion has a beautiful ballpark here. Nice team, great school. Count goes 2-2. And did I mention he's a super nice guy, very hospitable. Right from the get-go, Muggs, can I get you anything? Let me get you some water. Here's some pizza. Really opened his arms here. And that one's hit high and deep to left field. And Govine, what a play. No, that's Christopher Alvarez makes an outstanding defensive play on a well-hit ball by Falb. Two quick outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and the Lions are 1 out away. All they need to do is get the 4th batter, Aiden Brown. Castillo starts him off with a strike because there's 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th after a spectacular play by Christopher Alvarez, who's playing left field. Rafi Govin is in center. Ben Cosme's in right. Oh, and that one caught a piece of him. It just got a little bit of his elbow. And Wapa steps in, Uzo, the left fielder, and he takes one that almost hits him. It gets away from Amador. Aiden Brown, who got on base by a dead ball, now goes to second base. And with 2 outs, the Mustangs have a runner on second base. Castillo looks into Amador. He puts down the old school signs. He puts down 2 fingers instead of all this pitch comp. And there's a swing and a miss. Boy, a nice fastball by Castillo. And I have never seen Castillo pitch before, and he's got a good live fastball. I'll tell you, he has a good arm from behind the plate, but take off all that gear and put him 60 feet, 6 inches away. And boy, he could throw some strikes. There's a foul ball by Nwapa. And now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes, and I want to thank everybody on the Materacademy side. I want to thank Willie and Andy Concepcion on the Mustang side, and everybody here at the Meadows School. And that's a well-hit ball to Fernandez in right field. Fernandez comes up with it. We're going to have a play at the plate, and he's going to be out. And that's the ball game, folks. A play at the plate, a good throw by Fernandez to get him. And the Materacademy Lions, they're going to celebrate the rookie who made the start for the first time, and he made an out. It's Christopher Alvarez. I want to thank everybody. We'll see you tomorrow at Faith Lutheran. You're watching FSPN. And this has been Uncle Muggs saying thank you for watching, everyone. And we'll catch you tomorrow. Thank God we didn't have to bring Elizabeth out today. Have a good one, everybody.